Welcome to the Florida School Counselor Association Annual Conference. My name is Lori Oxier, and I'm the Director of Outreach Services for the Florida Department of Education. Let's get started. OSFA's primary mission is to administer the Florida State Grants and Scholarship Programs. We're often referred to as the Bright Futures people. OSFA also has a financial literacy program called Navigating Your Financial Future. Through Navigating Your Financial Future, students, parents, high school counselors, and post-secondary professionals can all access free resources to help students pursue higher education. During today's session, we're going to be reviewing the 2012 legislative update. We'll be talking about the fall business cycle and other updates and training information that can assist you in your roles as high school counselors. Let's discuss the 2012 legislative update. One of the changes that occurred in the 2012 legislative session is regarding mid-year graduates. If a student is planning on graduating mid-year and plan to start their post-secondary education immediately in the spring semester following their high school graduation, they are required to have completed a Florida financial aid application before August 31st of their graduating year. If they are not planning to start school immediately, they can continue to fill out the Florida financial aid application with their graduating class. As outlined in the 2011 legislative session, students must have a complete and error-free FAFSA on file with their post-secondary institution in order for Bright Futures to be dispersed. It is important that you remind your students that they must complete a FAFSA every year. There's also a pilot program that's been approved with the University of Florida Innovation Academy. As you know, Bright Futures does not include summer funding. However, this particular academy only enrolls their students in spring and summer. Therefore, we're working with the University of Florida to fund those students through this pilot program for their spring and summer semesters. This particular pilot program is contingent upon approval in each legislative session. Another change that happened in the 2012 legislative session is regarding students who are graduating in 12-13. They now have 2 years in which to accept their initial Bright Futures award, and then they have 5 years in order to accept a renewal award. One of the largest changes that occurred during the 2012 legislative session for Bright Futures involved our Florida Gold Seal Vocational Scholars. The recipients of the Florida Gold Seal Award now have to be enrolled either in an applied technology diploma, a technical degree education program, or a career certificate program. It's very important that students be counseled that when they're looking at their college of choice, that they ensure that they offer these type of programs. Students who receive the Florida Gold Seal are no longer eligible to enroll in an associate's or a bachelor's program and receive the Florida Gold Seal scholarship. Bright Futures is our most popular scholarship program here in the state of Florida. For the 12-13 academic year, we'll be dispersing nearly $330 million to eligible students. The Florida Resident Access Grant is another popular program. We often call it FRAG. Through this program, we have dispersed this year roughly $79 million. You can see through the statistics provided on this slide that 31 institutions were eligible to participate in the FRAG program, and nearly 40,000 students received disbursements ranging from $1,400 to $2,100 per year. FRAG is also one of the programs that does require the students to have a complete and error-free FAFSA on file. The Access to Better Learning and Education Opportunity Grant is one of our smaller programs. Through this program, we're dispersing roughly $2.3 million this academic year, and we expect to see roughly 2,877 students funded with awards at $803 per student per academic year. This is also a program that does require the students to have a complete and error-free FAFSA on file. The Florida Student Assistance Grant had nearly $180 million appropriated during the 2012 legislative session. One component for institutions that are participating in the Florida Student Assistance Grant is that they are required to report their loan volume for the prior academic year. This reporting requirement is done online via the State Student Financial Aid database at www.floridastudentfinancialaid.org. As outlined on the current slide, you can see that we do have other grants and scholarships available through the Florida Department of Education Office of Student Financial Assistance. Students are automatically evaluated for these particular programs when they're filling out the Florida Financial Aid application during their senior year. The Florida Student Assistance Grant is a need-based grant. This grant is dispersed via the institution on the state's behalf. Parents and students often complain that they do not want to complete their free application for federal student aid because they do not feel that they will qualify for need-based aid. It's important that parents realize that even need-based programs may have a higher expected family contribution or EFC cutoff. For example, you can see with the FSCA award, EFCs can range anywhere from $5,200 up to $6,080. So it's important that students and families fill out their FAFSA so that we can determine their eligibility for the Florida Student Assistance Grant. The minimum FSCA award is $200 and the maximum is $2,534 for the 12-13 academic year. However, we often see where institutions will award smaller awards per student so that they can reach more of their student population. So let's take a moment to review additional updates and other training opportunities. The Florida Department of Education Office of Student Financial Assistance is pleased to host the National Training for Counselors and Mentors. These workshops are free of charge and they're usually held throughout the fall semester. However, to accommodate institutions that were unable to attend the in-person workshops, we will be hosting a series of webinars in late January, early February. Please visit our website that's identified here on the screen, or if you need additional training, you can always contact us at ospatraining@fldoe.org. We have a variety of sessions that are available for assistance on learning how to navigate the State Student Financial Aid database, initial student eligibility, and more. Feel free to contact us and we'll be more than happy to help you with all of your training needs. If at any point you need further assistance, you can always contact our Bureau Chief, Mr. Levis Hughes. He can be reached at levis.hughes@fldoe.org or at 850-410-6810. You can also reach Teresa Antworth, our Director of State Scholarships and Grants, or myself, Lori Oxia, the Director of Outreach Services. As we wrap things up, let's take just a moment to discuss OSPA's financial literacy program, Navigating Your Financial Future. Through OSPA's Navigating Your Financial Future literacy program, we offer a series of workshops. These workshops can be hosted by one of our outreach representatives on your campus at no charge. We have topics ranging from seeking financial aid to seeking scholarships, managing budget, managing credit, all the things that are geared to help students be successful in college. We also have a series of brochures that are available to support each workshops. We also offer our workshops in online modules. We have a variety of online resources, not only to help students and their families, but you as well. I've posted the link here for our counselor resource website, and I encourage you, visit this website, take a look at it. It's got some great resources for you. And if at any point you would like one of our representatives to come out and host a workshop, participate in a college fair, whatever we can do to help you get your children to college, you need to give us a call. Again, my name is Lori Oxier. I can be reached at Lori, LORI.auxier@fldoe.org. My phone number is 561-357-6666. 6340. Thank you for taking the time to watch today's webinar. I encourage you to give us a call or shoot us an email if you would like to reserve a workshop, order supplies, schedule training, whatever we can do to help you. Thank you again for your service and dedication to Florida students.